You ever thought on why there's always been this remnant throughout the Bible? Uh, it always turns back to this small remnant. Sometimes it says very small remnant. It got to the point where Elijah thought he was the only one left. He didn't know of anyone else. He ran away, and God said, no, I've reserved, so many that haven't bent the knee. Have you ever thought why the word is used to represent this small group of people? Why is it called a remnant? What are they a remnant of? They're a remnant of people that are not under God's judgment. Okay, if you look around and you're on this side looking around, the entire world is burning. They're burning in God's judgment. They hear his word and they're burning. And not only that, they kill each other with their words, and they fight each other with the sword. And this is something that God is doing, that we can see the moment you trust in Christ, that he actually did pay for the sin of the world, and that we don't have to worry about sin or trying to fix sin. Okay, the only sin that a person really should be worried about is not trusting in Christ, not trusting in his finished work. If you're worried about something that is going on in your life, or how you act, or your thoughts or anything like that, you're not realizing that Christ is the one who reconciled you, not your deeds, not your own ability. That does not reconcile you. That will never reconcile you, and you will always be at enmity with God. Always. That's the flesh. And that is letting sin rule in your mortal body. That is trying to defeat sin. It won't work. The only way to beat it is to trust that it's done with Christ, done away with. Okay? That's why we have pictures like circumcision, where we don't trust in our flesh anymore. It's cut off. It's not a means of righteousness. There's all kinds of pictures like that in the Bible. And when you're on this side of it, you can see he's doing this. How do I say it? He's sent this fire that is just spreading throughout the world, and it is just on fire. It is on fire. Everywhere you look, people are like, oh, I just need to be good enough to get to heaven, or oh, he was a good guy, he went to heaven. That's not true. The only way you're getting to heaven is by trusting in Christ. Faith in Christ, not looking at yourself, not trusting in any deed that you have done or will do, or any feeling or thought like that. Okay, that is filthy rags. You're covering yourself with something other than Christ. And Christ is what God said he is pleased with. Okay, so if we just trust what he says concerning his son, that his son brought to us, okay, physically told us, and has been telling us since Genesis, by the way, there's never been any other way but by Christ from the very beginning and all the way to the end. It'll always be by Christ. It will not be by some sacrifice you make or anything like that. That was all just pictures of Christ, and so that they could understand it. Okay, and we are to just trust that message. Trust him. Trust that it's finished. And I believe that he will teach you. You don't want to go be taught by someone. You don't even want to be taught by me. You just go be taught of God, okay? Get in his word and always think on how he has accomplished everything. He is everything. He is your salvation, okay, and everything that encompasses that. Your righteousness, everything. He is the one who clothes you. That is what you're relying on. That's what you're putting on and saying, I will not stand in my own righteousness. It's like dung. It's crap. I don't want it. And then whenever you look at other people, you don't judge them according to the law anymore. Okay? You say, okay, is he in faith? Is he trusting in Christ? And if not, then I need to talk to him, or maybe I just need to let him be because he's so, he's a Pharisee or a hypocrite, and let them go wallow in their own mire, their own filth, which is something that that's pretty much where I've been at lately. I don't want to engage with these people because they just bite you. There are people that crop up here and there that you can tell are really earnestly searching for the truth. And it's really emotional when you give them the truth, and it's great to see them set free. But a lot of times you tell these people the truth and they get offended or think that you're trying to destroy them, which isn't true. You are destroying their means of righteousness, though, and their understanding in their own goodness. And just saying, let that all go. Don't rely on your own knowledge, your own wisdom, but instead look to him, okay? He will direct your path. Just trust him. And when you're reading, that's the same exact way you read the Bible, is you acknowledge him in everything. And then you can start seeing the spiritual side of it, okay? Not the carnal side of it, which is death and enmity with God. The whole Bible is spiritual. I don't care what anybody says. And there is only one truth, and it's all Christ. And if you're not reconciling the entire Bible, every word of it, to Christ, then you aren't reading it correctly. You aren't. And people love saying, well, then you can get whatever you want out of it. It's not true. It's not true, because it's only Christ that we can get out of it. If you get something other than Christ, then you're being carnal, you're being fleshly. All right? So this world, this is just a vain time we're in. We're just like sojourners walking through this foreign land, waiting to go home. And but we can also recognize Christ in one another, and he is in the believer, and he's amongst us. Okay, they're all waiting for him to come and do all these crazy things in the world, and they don't have no peace because they don't recognize that Christ is already in the believer. So anyway, just some stuff to think on.